Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's gonna be a good one here. See, COVID-19 is, some say it's real, some say it's fake, but we gonna get into that here tonight. I'm just gonna tell you how I feel about it. You ain't got to like anything that I say, but you can best believe you'll be seeing it here in the near future. Some seeing it right now. No matter how you think about it, COVID-19 is real. Face masks every day. Take it any way you want it. One thing you can just best believe, COVID-19 and dropped the economy down to its knees. Or should I say, the government. Big corporations running off with all the money. As things starting to looking funny for different people in different situations. I don't even care about your occupation or how many degrees that you say you got. Right now,
ladies and gentlemen,
the clock is ticking.
Mind Vision Radio.
Let's
get into it. Lovely introduction. COVID-19. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Okay. 3 months in the year, March, we was, in our houses, locked down for a few months, some more than others. And what has that done to not one, the economy, to the mental well-being of the people? Okay, so let's start off by saying information can be powerful if it's used and obtained in the right manner. Okay, let's get there first. Now, I would like to say that let's take it back a little further to COVID-19, how it all started. Okay, it started in Wuhan and it made its way over into these United States of America, okay? So, with all that being said, right, we had one of the epic centers being New York City, and we also had places like California, Louisiana, and a few others. Washington State, okay? Hotbeds for COVID-19 from the beginning. So, now that we are here in June, economy started to open it back up. And people have already been rested and ready to get out there because it's hot out there. And it really is, especially if you're out here in the South. I know out there in Arizona, they seeing, 110 degrees. And we, just the beginning of the summer, okay? So now we had an incident where a melanated being was killed by the police, and it was caught on tape, okay? Caught on camera. Now, from what we're hearing from the mainstream media and the puppet masters and the puppeteers things seem like it not adding up to me. But I went and did some research, and I want to bring it to you guys before it's too late to basically do anything about it. Because at this point, we're dealing with the Hegelian dialectic, where the powers that be cause a problem, choking the George Floyd, get a reaction, people off in the streets. In the midst lies the COVID-19 is the plan that they wanted to achieve here in the United States of America. They rolled it out at first. It didn't go as planned. So now they said, hey, look, we got plan B. This is going to get them. Not only just one race, we want them all. They out there in the streets protesting in the name of justice for George Floyd. Now, I get that. I really do. But we have to also use our minds and know that things are not always what it seemed to be. Now, let's get back to this whole COVID thing. And not only just COVID. We're going to get off into this whole economy. This COVID-19 thing is real, okay? Everybody's being affected by it. So, now, as we all know, they had a Navy ship, one outside of Los Angeles. I know both of them was called Mercy and Comfort. I forgot which ones that is which where, but they're there. So you got one that's in Los Angeles and one in New York City. Now, keep in mind that they also been building a lot of pop-up hospitals all over the country. Okay? A lot of pop-up hospitals. And what people were seeing around the country, nurses on TikTok making videos, Instagram tweets going up. All these different things are happening on social media to seem like these hospitals were ghost towns. Okay? They was laying people off in a pandemic. Okay? In hospitals. Now, they only rolled all that out then to get you prepared for what's gonna take place here in the near future. Some of y'all out there are paying attention. And the most of y'all are not. Because it's a lot with through the protesting, there's a lot of people out there that's really sincere about that. And cheers to you. But you must do yourself a just do. Take a back seat to what you really doing. And your cause and the people cause is two different things. Black Lives Matter do not represent black people. Let's get that understood right now. Okay? I'm not co-signing that particular movement. I don't know all the ins and outs that goes with that. But the person that is running and funding that organization and organizations is a person that I have thoroughly researched over the years, George Soros. So if you guys don't know who that is, get your Google out. Use your social media to enact knowledge. We have people out here legitimately that want to overthrow the United States government, and defunding the police ain't the damn way. Okay? This is what Black Lives Matter is calling for. Now, reforming it, absolutely. But getting rid of it, hell to the no. But this is the narrative that they're pushing. I get people want justice. I understand that. This should be. But we have to look at the structure of all this came to play. You got to keep asking yourself, why is Benjamin Crump keep showing up in these high profile murders on melanated people? Is he part of the people that want to get rid of us? Let's think about it. We have to be more educated on economics, geopolitical knowledge to a point where we have to see this shit right in front of us. It's here. We being played like pawns. So now that they got the people out in the streets protesting, some out there looting, we got two sides to this here. The police is being killed, and also the protesters are too. But that's not being reported on the mainstream news. That's not being reported. They reporting the looting. With all those people that's out there protesting, come on. You should know that you have separate agendas that's going to be part of it, okay? Separate agendas. We going in, what, day 13? Day 13 of protesting. My thing is, what's going to come out of it? Because from what I'm seeing, it's 250 million. I don't know if I want to offend nobody. White people. And you got 50 million black folks. Okay? We really don't want that damn war. Okay? The numbers don't add up. So I understand there's a lot of different people out there that's saying they supporting the movement. But let's get this clear. When it come down to the lynching, the slaughtering, the ones who's least prepared for it, it's gonna get it the most. That's just the facts. That's the facts. So what I'm telling you right now, you better be getting prepared. You better be getting prepared. Because if they talking about defunding the police, you can best believe it's gonna be some blood in these streets. That's a fact. Now, you can take it however you want to. But that's just what it is. Not only they already talking about a second wave of the COVID-19, which is man-made. Let's get that. Man-made. Now, we got it here now. And United States was one of the last countries they was going to overthrow, since it was easy for the rest of them. They knew the people weren't going to go along with it. So they used all these different tactics to move pieces on the chessboard when people are sitting back saying they know how to play the game. It ain't about playing the game. Do you know the rules to it? Okay? We're at this point now. They like checkmate. People out there protesting and they're getting tear gassed, which is a biological weapon, okay? Because it affects your biological, okay? Now, that's what they say it is, tear gas. As far as I'm concerned, it could be COVID-19 in a bottle. I don't want to laugh about this here, but you got to wake up to this real. This is the reality of it. There's no more playing around. Because by the time fall hit, we don't know how long these protests is going to last. But they got hospital beds waiting on you. Lined up. Coffins waiting on you. They done set the plan in motion. This is it. So if all of y'all out there that's talking about justice, understand what justice really is on both sides of it. Okay? Because we're not trying to fight something that's way bigger than us. It's got to be a very strategic strategy that's got to be made, and it's got to be made with more than just protesting. We done seen what they done got us. We've been marching for a long time. But that's been playing into their cards. Okay? As a people, we must tap into our higher self to understand that you can do a whole lot more work by using your mind. It's powerful. You ain't got to be putting your hands out there on that. Use your mind. This is what it is. Because the more people out there on the streets, you're vulnerable. Because you don't know what's going on. You out there for one thing, which can be truthful, it can be sincere. But if you don't know the game, the rules to it, you get caught up right into it. Right into it. You gotta stay out the way. There's a lot of things that's going on this planet right now that you tap in, you'll be able to figure these things out. Instead of reacting, you'll be able to act. Two different things. Accordingly. Don't just run with the crowd. I remember a long time ago, my mom told me, she said, hey, look, if the crowd going one way, you go the other. I never understood that. Till now, you look at the crowd, they going one way. Who's leading these particular protests that you about? We had to ask ourselves these questions so we can understand what is really going on. Social media is a platform that you can use your opinion, your mind, your humble spirits to get out here and tell the truth. That in itself unite change in America. But in order to get real liberation, it's going to have to be something that's going to be, you're going to have to feel it. You're going to have to feel it. Now, let's get into this economy. Now, these economies already been slow to reopen. Some states, take a little longer. Now, with all the protesting going on, now they boarded back up small businesses. So, we got to think that some of these jobs ain't coming back. That's a fact. Jobs ain't coming back. And that's the real reason why the people in the streets, for real, they ain't got nothing else to do. You got so many different people out there. Some out there just to get Instagram pics, tweets, Snapchats, just to say they was out there. Facebook posts just to say they was out there holding signs and shit. Some can really mean it. But if you got to be a part of a crowd to get your point across, you're going to get exactly what the crowd get. You see how the media is spinning it. Looters in the streets. It's a lot of people being killed in these protests all over the country. Really all over the world. Nobody talking about that. But they want to talk about defunding the police. Shit, man. I don't understand. I really don't. I really don't understand that. That's got to be the most diabolical thing that this organization can come up with. Then what happens? These are the questions that we gotta ask. We got to get down to this whole thing. Now, I ain't want to get on this video, go too long with it. But I'm saying COVID-19 ain't over. They gearing it up for Fall, it's gonna be epic. I'm saying you better get your food prepared. Anything that you possibly need that can keep you safely in your home until this shit blow over. Because this is gonna be a real situation. We talking about it. Economic depression, people in the streets, COVID-19, all in one pot. They done turned the eye up and it got hot. In the fall, all of it's gonna blow over. It's gonna boil over. And you're gonna have to be ready for the decisions that you done made up until that point. Cause then you're gonna have to really get it how you live then. So, choices on you guys, man. Got to wisen up. Wisen up. Things ain't all what it seemed to be. And stay tuned for more videos. And I'm gonna make another channel. I got a kennel coming. We're gonna have man stoppers. Man stopper kennels on the way. Well, I'm gonna have the highest quality Rottweilers that's gonna be available here in the dirty South. So, with all that being said, peace out.